Okay, it's episode 38 of Star Swing of the Night Sky Futures Intermission. I actually tried to record this. Uh, what day is it? Sunday? I tried to record this on Friday, but then it crashed, and I was like, you know what? I got other stuff to do anyway. And I'm glad I didn't record it on Friday because I was insanely busy. But I have enough time today to record an episode, and I do have a cranberry prebiotic soda. It's like the off-brand kind, so it doesn't have a cool name. It's just called cranberry. I've never had the off-brand kind before. Yeah, it's cranberry. I don't know. It tastes. Ooh, ooh, that aftertaste. The aftertaste. I wait. Let me taste that again. It's not bad, but the aftertaste is very, very. Um, what's it called? Medicine like. Like the aftertaste tastes like medicine. Um, which is fine. It's not bad, but it is interesting. Um, this episode, I guess we're just gonna go mining. I don't really have anything else to do if I'm being honest with you. Well, no, I do have other stuff to do, but I don't have anything else I want to do right now. Um, plus, I need to get more diamonds. I don't think I have many more diamonds left, and I'm kind of needing those because I don't like using iron tools because I don't have high standards. I'm not really sure. So we're gonna go mining. How are you? Today is December the 14th. It's Sunday. Today it is Sunday, December the 14th. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna record on Friday. Um, but then it crashed like after 20 seconds of recording in the world, and I was like, maybe this is my sign that I should go do my responsibilities. And I'm glad I did because I had more stuff to do that day than I thought I did. Um, but it all worked out. I guess the first thing I was really doing, um, we cleaned a bit of the around the litter box area with the cats because we have two cats, we have two litter boxes. They don't really like have them, like assigned to each cat, right? Um, it's not really like that. But let's dig. Let's see, let's dig. Yeah, we might as well just dig through here or something, right? But yeah, it's they don't really have them assigned to each other, but I think they kind of prefer one of the litter boxes over the other one. But one of them is like a circular, spherical maybe litter box. That has like a no, not spherical. It's circular and it has a dome, right? Um, and the other one is, I guess it would be rectangular. And it doesn't have a dome, right? It doesn't have like a lid that goes over the top of it. Um, so we have them right next to each other, and then we have our vent, um, in the kitchen. The the vent that's in the kitchen, like right next to it. And we actually had that one closed because our old cat kept peeing in it. But then we forgot to open the vent again after she passed away. Um, so it's just been closed the whole time. But that worked out because the one of the cats just like kicked a ton of litter into the floor and also into the vent. But since it was closed, it didn't actually go like into the system. It just kind of went into the vent itself. So that worked out. Um, but we switched the position of the litter boxes, so now the one with the dome that they can't kick the litter out of is now next to the vent, which makes a lot more sense. Um, I don't know why we never thought about it. But anyway, after that, I did a bunch of basically I had to do a bunch of work, but I had to do it. I had to do it. Wait, no, this was the day before what I was about to say. So anyway, I think it was like I don't know, like after lunch or something. I cut a bunch of strings while listening to some Graz and Kite. I've been pretty deep into the black metal mines lately. I've been enjoying it a lot. Um, so I've been listening to a lot of Graz and Kite. I don't remember. I think I listened to old Odin's Lick demo And then I also listened to, I think, fucking Goat Hornus or something like that. I think I listened to those two on Thursday. Is the timeline. We're in Thursday right now. Um, the like evening before I tried to record, and then I was like, I'll do other stuff. Um, those were decent. I like fucking Goat Hornus. Fucking Goat Hornus. I love I love lyrics like that, or you know, titles like that. Um, but then anyway, I oh yeah, I did some like again some more of those bags, which I guess I'm gonna do some more today. No, I think I'm gonna do strings today. I think maybe I'll do both strings and bags today. But I did some more bags and while watching Northernlion, and then I um filled in the bags. We're almost out of the good shredded paper because like I was talking about, our paper shredder went kaput. I love that phrase, went kaput. It went kaput. Um, but we do have bags of more finely shredded paper, um, that like one of our grandparents gave us. But we don't really prefer to use it because it's so fine, but it'll work in this scenario because we don't really have another choice. Um, so these new bags I was working on, I used that new shredded paper, or not new as in newly shredded, but new as a new type. But anyway, I did that while I was listening to End of Life by Strid. Um, and that specific black metal demo piqued my interest because it's widely regarded as the first DSBM demo. Um, it's from 1993, which is crazy early for DSBM. Um, but it was recorded in like I think 1992 is what I heard. Um, which is just wild to be recorded for that to be recorded in 1992. Yeah, it's a great demo. It felt very weird to listen to because it sounds exactly like a DSBM black metal album that you would hear. I do realize I just did the thing where it's like you say like HIV virus, even though HIV stands for the V stands for virus. I remember I was talking about that while I was playing Minecraft one day. Oh, there was like a name for it, right? Something syndrome. I don't know. But I just did that when I said DSBM black metal, as if DSBM didn't stand for depressive suicidal black metal. Yeah, if you don't know what DSBM is, it's depressive suicidal black metal. It's basically more repetitive. It has like slower riffs. They're very like kind of trudging riffs, and of course depressive themes, suicidal themes, and lyrics and stuff like that, which also makes sense for the title being End of Life. Um, but yeah, it was such a good project. I think I listened to the 2007 remaster that was on like the CD because I couldn't find anything of like the original cassette release because it was very limited. But then it got re-released the next year on a label, which was less limited but still very limited, like a couple hundred copies or whatever, right? Um, which is unfortunate because I do want to hear how the original mixing is. I definitely imagine it would sound less like a Bandcamp DSBM release on the original cassette and not the 2007 remaster. But anyway, as I was doing that, wait, I'm thirsty. As I was doing that, oh my god, it does taste like fucking cranberry medicine. Um, my small cat really wanted attention, so he would just follow me around the room as I was going back and forth. And then he wanted to sit on the chair with my mother, but like she didn't have any room on the chair. Usually if she like scoots towards like the edge, then the cat can fit behind her. But she couldn't do that this time just because of how she was working or what she was working on, right? But he was really desperate. So what he ended up doing was climbing onto the like headrest, like the top of the headrest, not like a headrest, but where the headrest would be, right? But just like the top of that part of the chair. And he was just sitting there. And every time I went over to that spot, he would stand up, and then when I left, he would sit back down for no reason. Um, right now he's laying on my bed. I also I want to listen to Strid's other, actually it was an EP. They released that demo in 1993. Then they released a two-track EP on vinyl, actually on a label on vinyl in 1994, I want to say. Um, but I'm waiting to listen to that until I'm in the vibe that I'm looking for. I want to do it like at night outside, in the cold winter night outside because it's very much that vibe. Um, so maybe I'll do that tonight. Oh, I listened to that night. I listened to before they were called Strid, they went by another name from like 1991 to 1992. I think it was like Mafenzite or something like that. Mafenzite. I don't know, some of that extent, right? They were Norwegian, by the way, which makes sense. But well, I just say that because Mafenzite sounds very German, but I think it was Meisenfight, Meisenfight or something like that, which still sounds kind of German, but less German. Um, anyway, I listened to their first. Well, they have two demos that kind of have been like archived, right? And also officially by the band in that 2007 CD remaster. It was like a compilation of the three songs they released under Strid, and then the two of the demos they released under Meisenfight or whatever. Um, but anyway, what's regarded as their first demo is self-titled. I listened to that one. They have a second demo called Pandemonium that's found and was also um, on the compilation CD. But then they have a third demo which came out the year, because the first demo came out in 1991, the second one came out in 1992, and then this mysterious other demo also came out in 1991, but it hasn't been ripped anymore. It only really appeared on Metal Archives like 3 years ago, right? It has a scan of the cover, but that's about it. Um, I'm out of pickaxe. I would make an iron pickaxe, but I guess I could. Here, we're gonna make an iron pickaxe. And we're gonna do it by making a furnace and then smelting a bunch of iron. And then waiting. Um, yes. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I listened to their first self-titled demo. I mean, it could be their second. I don't know if that mysterious demo called like Hell. I think it's called like Hellish Revenge. Could have been released beforehand. Um, but I listened to that demo, and it was okay. I mean, it was very lo-fi. It was pretty standard raw lo-fi black metal. But the kind of the standout track in it was the intro track. It wasn't dungeon synth like you would expect for black metal. It was it was very it really fit the cover. The cover was just like black, right? But of course it's like the cassette black kind of black metal thing where it isn't like pure black because they wouldn't have made it digitally. Um like you could do now. So it was like it looked like the abyss, right? Like it looked like you were staring into the abyss, because it was like kind of grainy and stuff like that. Um, and then of course the first track title, what really piqued me saying that was that the first track title was called Abyss Intro, right? And it's just like the guitarist like noodling on the guitar and making really like kind of industrial sounds with it, and with like reverb and delay and stuff like that. It sounded really cool. Finally, there we go. It sounded really cool. And it kind of, it was a cool portend of like what the band would become of like, them doing cool music, DSP. I don't know. Point is, I gotta listen to their EP from 1994, and then I also have to listen to, I think it's a self-titled EP, but then I also have to listen to their other demo released under Meisenfight. something like that. Called Pandemonium. I have to listen to that. It has a cool cover. It's like white and it has like a little devil guy on it. Um, anyway, you can tell if someone's into sports based on the terminology they use. For instance, if they're talking about a sports team and they're like, "Oh yeah," like for instance, let's say their favorite sports team is the Nope, it's not Toronto Magic. It's something Florida Magic. Orlando Magic? I don't know. Let's say their favorite sport. No, let's say their favorite sports team is Boston Red Sox, right? So they're like, "Oh yeah, they won the they won the Super Nope. What's the baseball one? They won the what's the baseball thing that they do in baseball? World Cup. Nope. They won. Okay, wait. Let's go to football. Let me think of a football team. Okay, Green Bay Packers. Let's say their favorite sports team is Green Bay Packers, and they're like talking about it. And we're like, oh yeah, Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl. Yeah, they finally did it. They won. Right? If they say something like that, they're still savable, right? They're not they're not too far in the depth of sports, but you can tell that they're too far if they're talking about that, and they say, yeah, we won the Super Bowl, right? If they say that, then they're too far gone. And what's the difference, you ask? The first one, they said they won the Super Bowl. The second one, they said we won the Super Bowl. The moment you start referring to sports teams with we, that's when you're too far gone. Nothing wrong with being too far gone, but it's just my observation. Um, I did see I saw something on Reddit that was I very occasionally open up Reddit and just look at like the first 3 posts I get served, right? Um, and I saw this thing on Reddit that was like Dr. Phil, um, like supporting ICE, right? And then the caption was like boycott Dr. Phil, and in my mind I'm just like, they're calling it the easiest boycott ever done. They're calling it the boycott that most people were doing without knowing, and that requires zero effort on my end. Because I can't imagine people are watching Dr. Phil, right? Or like I can't. Okay, well there's definitely some people that watch Dr. Phil, right? Old people, I would guess. But like there's no one who would get served the Reddit post about boycotting Dr. Phil who watches Dr. Phil. You know what I mean? Like if you're watching Dr. Phil, you're not getting served posts on Reddit about boycotting him, right? You're probably not using Reddit, but you definitely wouldn't care about boycotting something. I don't think, at least. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a huge wave of grandmothers across the across America, currently boycotting Dr. Phil. Who knows? That'd be nice. But oh, this does look like a nice lava lake. Am I the only one that kind of shakes really violently after I wake up? Like, I'll kind of... Like, when I say shake violently, I kind of mean like, okay, this is me. Like, I'm me. And then this is my bed, right? I'm kind of just going like... I'm not like... But I'm like... I don't know why. I do it occasionally. Maybe like once a week. And like I don't realize I'm doing it until like I've been doing it for a bit. I'm like, why the fuck am I why am I like I'm not really shaking, but like I don't know what else I don't know what I would call it. Ooh, this does seem like quite the expansive little cave system that I've wandered my little self into. Hey, hey, hey. I was also thinking about how much I love more? Damn. I was thinking about how much I love spontaneity. What are the word I'm like doing? How much I love spontaneous actions. And how much like some of my favorite memories that I've created are just stuff that I did spontaneously, you know? Like for instance, the first time I ever listened to Grandma's Cottage, which I know it's kind of funny that listening to Grandma's cot. Being a comfy synth, well, being a dungeon synth fan is kind of cool because when you talk about your favorite artists, it's like, oh yeah, or same with like black metal, you know, death metal, whatever. It's all it's kind of cool being a fan of that because when you're talking about your favorite artists, they all got cool names like Death's Rotting Vertebrae or something like that. So when you're talking about it, you're like, oh yeah, my favorite artist is it's I've been really into Cancer lately, right? Sounds cool. Or like, okay, let me just look at my cassettes that I have. Oh yeah, I've been into Forbidden Temple. I've been into Gates of Dawn. Like that sounds sick. And same with Dungeon Synth, you know. Oh, I love Depressive Silence. Like that's so cool. I love Orang. I love Questmaster. That's all cool. But then once you get into comfy synth and other related sub-styles of dungeon synth, it starts to get starts to be kind of embarrassing depending on who you're talking to. For instance, oh, I love Grandma's Cottage. I love Papa's Cherry Pipe, right? But it's especially embarrassing because for my birthday, I one of the things that I asked for was a cassette of Grandma's Cottage debut album titled Memory Box. And then I got it, right? I know I got this cassette and you know my grandparents were there and you know they thought it was cool that you know I was getting a cassette, right? They were like, "Oh, what's the artist on it?" And I just kind of like I debated for a second on if I should lie or if I should say the artist and I was like, I'll just say the artist and I was like, "Oh, it's Grandma's Cottage." And they were just like, "Okay." They didn't really say anything. They just kind of nodded and it was like, "What the hell is wrong with this kid?" Um, but yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Jesus H Christ. Okay, we survived those. Oh no, we don't. Okay, we survived those. A lot of shit going on. What was the point in what I was saying? Oh yeah, another instance of that happening is whenever I was oh, this was the law. Oh yeah, I was gonna go back to try and find. Oh my God, there's so fucking many diamonds. I was gonna go back to try and find those diamonds, but looks like I ended up going in the right direction anyway. Anyway, I remember one time when I was going to a family member's wedding, right? Um, I would, you know, we were in a different city, in a different state, right? And it's kind of, it's not like I mean, actually, it is a pretty big city. It's not like, you know, it's not like Atlanta big. It's not like Raleigh big, but it's maybe like maybe the size of Raleigh or something like that. Maybe a little bit smaller than some like Raleigh, right? Um, it's big enough where like if you are researching stuff, there's like it I've seen it pop up maybe like 10 times or like 15, maybe even 20 times in total as like the location of something. Um it's like, oh, this is where the company was founded. This is where this certain famous person's from, etc., right? Just to give you an idea. But and they have a handful of record stores, like maybe like 4 or 5. I think I went to 2 in my visit, maybe 3. I don't remember. I think it was 2 though. But anyway, I got a cassette um for a well, I haven't listened to the first one. I can't find much info about it online except for a Discogs entry, but like no one owns it. Actually, I think a couple people do, but you know, it's not like popular. But I think it's a VA release. I'm not too sure on that though. But it's called Lord Bill's Sea Shanty Collection. Um, and then I also got the CD for Almighty So Too by Chief Keef, right? So then, you know, I go back to the Airbnb that we're staying at with my cassette of Lord Bill's Sea Shanty Collection and Almighty So Too by Chief Keef. And then my grandmother's like, "Oh, you got some music? What'd you get?" And I'm like, "You are not gonna know what the fuck I'm about to say." And she was like, "Try me." So I go, okay, I got Lord Bill's Sea Shanty Collection and Almighty So by Chief Keef. And she was just like, yeah, you're right. I have no clue what the hell that could even possibly mean. Oh, hello. She was expecting me to say Elvis Presley. Okay, I'm gonna get very lost if I continue in this cave system. So let's try and head back just a little bit. I know this isn't heading back, but I can't help myself. I think back is down. Right? Down here? Oh yeah. Anyway, all of that is to say that I love spontaneous stuff. One of my fondest memories of being spontaneous was the first time I listened to Grandma's Cottage. It was December 13th, I believe, so it would have been yesterday, but a year ago. It was December 13th of last year. I was just like, you know what? I want to go walk around my neighborhood and listen to Grandma's Cottage because I saw that like Grandma's Cottage kind of had like a Christmassy vibe going on, and it was Christmas time in the neighborhood. Everyone had their decorations up, so I was like, it's kind of well. Actually, I think what happened is that I was kind of not in like a great mood. I think I was pretty depressed from something that happened, so I was like, you know what, to cheer myself up. Okay, we're good. To cheer myself up, I'm gonna check out Grandma's Cottage. And I just walked around the neighborhood and I listened to some of Grandma's Cottage's projects. And it was like such a great it got me into Dungeon Synth. Um so it's a very fond memory. Not just because of the actual activity itself, uh, but also what it led to in my life. And now I feel like Dungeon Synth is a big part of my life. Like I talk about it a lot. I listen to it a lot. I'm really into its history, etc. Um, it's an important style of music to me, and that was my introduction to it. Um, and for instance, also my decision to listen to End of Life by Strid was pretty spontaneous. I was just looking at DSBM albums and I saw it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to it, and I listened to it, and it was a great time, and I'll remember it because it was a good demo. But I think being spontaneous is kind of how you create those memories that kind of shape your life. I kind of fall into the trap of planning uh, everything I want to do, and then by the time I get to doing it, I'm not as um, I'm not as into it as maybe I would have been if I did it right then when I first had the idea, or maybe I wouldn't be as touched by it, or maybe I'm not as intrigued by it anymore, right? Um, that's kind of why I think being spontaneous is so beautiful. You just get to do what you want to do immediately. So I've been trying to be more spontaneous. Um, Even though it is difficult for me at least, just because I do kind of work on I guess I am kind of a scheduled type of person where it's like I feel good if what I'm doing is like part of a schedule or part of a plan that I had, right? And it's not even that I feel bad if I do something otherwise, but I don't get the immediate gratification that I do. Like for instance, I get gratification if I plan something and then do it. I get the gratification of the fact that I did something that I planned, and then I also get the gratification of actually doing the thing. Um, but then if I'm doing something I didn't have planned, I don't get the gratification of planning it and then doing it, but I do get the gratification of actually doing it. But then the gratification of actually doing it is kind of okay. I'm dying. I'm actually gonna die, guys. Guys. Um, you ever notice that bell peppers look like plastic? Like they don't look like real vegetables that you're supposed to eat. They look very fake. I'm terrified for my life. Anyway, last episode, or no, last episode I tried to record. I actually set up my webcam to be able to record the cat in my lap, right? And then like right as I set it up, he got out of my lap, and I was like, you know what? What is that? A Scrabble. Okay. I was like, typical. Ah, I hear a little. Okay, I gotta really lock in. I gotta make it home without taking any damage. I can do that. I can do that. Okay. I think we're mostly safe here, just because of all the torches I placed down, but it isn't looking that good up here. No, I didn't go over there. Okay. I think I came from this way. Oh no. Oh no. I think I came from this way. Oh shit, I should have brought food. God damn it. I was like, oh, I won't need food. Can I make mushroom stew in this version? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's try a different way. No, I definitely came from that way, because I remember the mushrooms as I was entering this area. And I didn't come from this way, because there's no torches this way. Oh shit. Are you sure I came from this way? Oh shit. That's the void. I didn't come from that way. I might have came from down there. I gotta run. I just gotta do it. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Shit. 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 Okay. Okay. I don't know how that happened, but we got lucky, I guess. Lock that off. Okay. Okay. Did we come from this way? No. No, no. Okay. We did. Yes, yes, yes. We came from this way. Oh my god, it's so open. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here's... Fuck. No. Okay. Okay. One step at a time. One step at a time. Oh. Okay. We're okay. I don't know where it went. Okay. 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 We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. I don't know where I need to go, but it has to be over here somewhere. I think it's over. Okay. I'm losing my fucking mind out here. Okay. I'm not letting my guard down now. That's a rookie mistake. No shot you're getting through. Okay, we're... Okay. Yeah, this is... I came from this way, I know for sure. Because I remember seeing that diamond. And I should have lit up most of the area. Shit. Okay. I didn't go down there. Block it up. Block it up. Barricade. Okay. And push forward. Had to have come from this way. No. Had to have come from up here then. It's the only way that I could have came from. Oh, fuck. I remember being here, and this was like the outskirts, and I was like, oh, I need to go back. Fuck. It has to be this way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where the fuck do I go? This way? Did I come from this way? I don't think so. Oh no. Oh fuck. Okay. This way. No, no, this way I just got the diamonds from. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh my god. Where did I come from? What kind of... Oh no. Up there. Has to be up there. There's no other place it could be. Yes. Yes. It has to be this way. It has to be. It has to be this way. No, I was just here. Oh my god. It has to be this way then. It has to be through here. I just gotta go. I just gotta go. I can't be taking it slow around here. It has to be through here. It has to be. It has to be down here. Yes! Crafting table. Sign of life. Other than torches, of course. Okay, but now where? I placed the when the fuck did I place a crafting table here? That wasn't this session. No, that wasn't this session because I had nothing to craft around here. So I've been here a different time. I found myself into a different time. Yes. Yes! Yes! Yes, I was right. This is a different... I don't know. Maybe this is the tunnel that I was just mining, but I don't think it is. I mean, we're still not out of here, but... Take a screenshot of the quartz. At this point... Yes! Yes, it is! It is! This is the tunnel that I just made. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy. Oh my God, we take those. We take those so much. I'm still not out of here, but I'm basically out of here. Okay. Well, picking up on what I was talking about. Yeah, the beginning of last episode, I set up a camera for my cat so you could see him while he was sitting on my lap. And then the moment I started the episode with the camera on, he jumped down and wanted out, um, which was quite silly. Um, and then anyway, then I was like, and then around that time, I got like a notification that that my groceries are ready. So I was like, fuck, you know what? I just won't record. It's fine. I have enough videos to tide over 2 days of no recording. Um, So yeah, then I went and got my meds, and I also got like more melatonin and stuff. Then I got groceries. I went home. Actually, wait. I need to hold on. Hold on a moment. Okay. Okay, Anna, stay outside. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on. Anyway, then after whatever the hell I was talking about, last thing that I said, then I worked on glass and listened to more Gotham Kite, and I didn't get to finish all of the glass though because uh then my partner came over. We're on Friday now, so my partner came over after they finished their last exam, and then we just kind of they came over maybe at like 2 or so, and our plan that night was to go downtown just for our anniversary um of the 1 year type. um so we just kind of didn't really do anything, ate dinner, and then we also went downtown. um And they were the one driving it. The first thing we had to do was find a place to park. So we asked my parents, like, what's a good place to park? And they told me, like, oh, there's parking garages near here. So we went to one of those parking garages. The first thing they asked us when we approached into there was, are you here for the orchestra? And we're like, nope. She's like, okay, what are you here for? And we were just like, to park. She was like, okay, it'll be $20 then. Like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know we picked the most expensive parking lot in the whole city. I feel like I've been to other parking lots like right next to them. They were like $5. So that was a mistake, but it's fine. Um, and then we had to go up like fucking like what felt like 5 fucking flights of the parking garage until we finally got a place to park. I guess I'll just put this cobblestone in that chest for now. Let's see, we've got iron. We've got more iron. I need to like yap to myself while I'm saying this, or else I'll forget about what I'm trying to do. We got diamonds. We got 19 diamonds now. Let's go. Okay, we got food. I do need to eat food. Then we got mobs. We got gravel, and we got dirt. Okay. Now I guess I'll go down the. Wait, let's see. Do I have any more sand? I might have to mine some more sand. I have 29 sand, which isn't a good amount of sand. Um, anyway, then we went down to the parking garage and we decided to go to a Kilwins, which is like a chocolate chain, I guess. Like, I don't really know. I guess they just sell chocolate. I don't really know if they sell anything else other than chocolate. Um, but we got, well, I got a hot cocoa and they got a M&M's like thing, M&M chocolate thing on a stick, and they didn't realize until they bit into it that it was a Rice Krispie treat. But it worked out because they like Rice Krispie treats anyway. They were just a tiny itty bit disappointed at first, and then they ate it more, and they were like, "Wait, this is really good." Anywho, and we ate it outside. Well, just in the area of the kill ones, because it was like it was all festive, like the whole area. Um, and my partner was like, I never been to a downtown before in like the Christmas season, I didn't know that they actually decorate it for Christmas. I thought that was just a thing that they did in movies. And I'm like, no, they actually do decorate it for Christmas, and it's very cozy and it's very nice. And they play Christmas music, and you can kind of hear it coming from disembodied speakers. Wow, these trees are very grown. I'm very full of everything. Let's grab. Let's grab. Let's grab glass and glowstone and wood. I don't need that much wood, but. And then let's grab stone and cobblestone and stone slabs. I'm gonna need less cobblestone, all things considered. Especially because I can just make cobblestone with my brain. I don't know. Okay, that should be good. And yeah, they taught me the Cyrillic alphabet. I don't remember. Well, I remember some of it, but it is it's it's not a it's not an easy alphabet. Here, wait 1 second. It's not an easy alphabet because Latin and Cyrillic alphabet, they both descend from Greek or whatever, right? So it's like they're both very similar. The Latin and Cyrillic alphabet, they're both very similar, but also weirdly different, and it's very confusing. Uh, but I picked up some of it, just a little bit of it. Okay, wait, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, like so, is that right? Yes. That was fun, little animation there. Yeah, and then we walked to a coffee place. That also has like, well, we didn't get coffee, but they also have like sweet treats and stuff. Um, so my partner got a like white macadamia cookie. Um, and I got a chocolate chip cookie, and they were like really big cookies. Um, and they were so good, so ridiculously good. Like fuck. Um, especially they were only like $3.50 or something like that. Um, compared to what we got from Kilwins, which was like that one. I hope this is the right size. I didn't check. The one we got from Kilwins, like the M&M thing, was like $5, right? And it was smaller than the cookie. I guess it was also more complex to make than a cookie. I don't know, but I preferred the cookie. Well, I didn't have the M&M chocolate thing, Rice Krispie, but whatever. I would prefer a cookie anyway, just because I like cookies. Okay, so what kind of do I just do the same thing of let me inspect what I have over here. Um yeah, it's just 3 and then in the middle we're going to do same thing we have there. So it's like we go out boop 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 and that should be good on that. Then we do oh god, it is quite confusing. We'll figure it out though, I guess. Here, let's switch these around. Oops. Should be something like this. And continue it over here. And then these should be stone. These should be stone. Okay, yeah, and then if these are like so, then these should also... Actually, these should be cobblestone. But no, I think it does look better being stone. Maybe. What did I do? Did I do stone there? Or cobblestone there? I did cobblestone there. I think it actually does look better being stone. Just because it's not like a main walking part. Yeah. The sugarcane grows so quickly. Anyway, we sat there for a bit and talked, and then we Oh wait, so for this, do I have no? Okay, so well, the first thing I could do is just do the lines, but I'll do the outline first of this, and I'll try and do it in my head, but we'll see how that goes. Then yeah, and then we walked back to our car and left. It was a nice little night. It was wonderful. Kind of stressful though in the driving portion because there was a lot of people. I wasn't driving though, so hee 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 hee. Well, anyway, then let's see. What else did we do? I think that night we didn't really do much else. Like we were out pretty late, you know, like until like 10 or something. So we got back home, went to sleep. And then the next morning, well, first of all, we went to a little store to get some Christmas gifts. Part of that was for them to get Christmas gifts for like their parents, but that didn't end up happening because they didn't have anything that they wanted to get. So, oh well. But I did get gifts for my parents, and I think just my parents. I think I have gifts for everyone else, maybe, for the most part. No, I got one for my dad, too. Yeah. And then we went to the mall and ate the food that we always eat at the mall. I had Japanese. They had a Philly cheesesteak. It was wonderful. It was fantastic. And then I had a pretzel. Whoa, hello there. Yeah, then we went home. And then at home we watched the Charlie Brown Christmas special, which I know I was talking about in the other episode, or in another episode. But when I watched it the other day, it was just with my family. Some with my partner. This isn't right, by the way. Or is this? Did I fuck up here? I must have fucked up on the length of this then, right? I had to have. Wait, let me see. Because this should end in one of those. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27! Yes, I did fuck up. The first time I counted that, I counted 26. Oops. Well, that's fine. Not a big deal. I just have to carve out the whole line down there of a glowstone, which is annoying, but it's fine. Yeah, I was looking at this. I'm like, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Well, anyway, watched a Charlie Brown Christmas. It was very surprising to them how conscious it was. They weren't expecting it to be a social commentary, which was funny. We had a great time though. They enjoyed it, and then we just kind of hung around for a bit. We ate hot dogs for dinner. It was very yummy. Then this morning, we woke up at about the same time as the day earlier, so like 8 or so. Actually, I think the first day I woke up at like 9. The day I woke up at 8. Then I left this morning, and now I'm here. I'm recording it. And I'm going to eat lunch soon. Actually, speaking of that, I'm going to go put my lunch in the oven. 1 second. I'm having chicken. And then I'm going to do a bunch of work. I'm going to tie... Okay, this is right. Yes, that is correct. I'm going to tie a bunch of strings. I'm going to... I don't know, do some bags maybe? I definitely need to do strings at least. I don't know about the bags. We'll see. We'll see. But I want to finish up this pathway. And then I'll end the episode. Oops. Maybe I'll finish up the floor. We'll see. Probably just the pathway, though. I did something wrong again. What the fuck did I do? Okay, yeah. I got it this time. Just you wait. Let me throw these away. Slabs are going to place. So if I'm too close, like here, it doesn't place, right? So I have to be like behind the hitbox, which is strange. Okay. Now all I need is stone and slabs. Right? Yes. I just gotta place them down correctly. Which I'm proving to not be able to do. Would it be faster to like do one of these? Like something like that? Nah. Maybe one at a time would be faster though, instead of doing two at a time. I do chew through these slabs quite quickly. I guess I need double the amount of slabs compared to everything else that I think about it, which makes sense, but I didn't think about it. I should have enough for this though. Oops. Yay, okay. We're gonna do the exact, I think we're gonna do the exact design for everything. Maybe not spruce. Spruce might be a different design, but I guess I'm gonna do birch here, which will be a different, no, the same design. Yes, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw, well, for this next bit, I want to need just glowstone and dirt. So we'll throw all of these in here. We'll grab, I already have a bunch of glowstone. We'll grab dirt, which I have a lot of. More glowstone as well. I don't think I have any birch saplings though, but that's fine. I can grab some. Okay, yeah. Well, that'll be it for this episode. And tomorrow, I don't know if I'm gonna have Baldur's. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to play Baldur's Gate today. But if I do, then I'll see you tomorrow at Baldur's Gate. And if I don't, then I'll see you tomorrow with Minecraft. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye.